Yeah, a hard-fought point against one of the best teams in the league. Um, Felt we deserved 3 points. Defensively outstanding. In the last 4 games, have only conceded 2 goals, and both on dead ball situation. 0 conceded in the run of play. And going forward, felt we had some big opportunities. Obviously scored a beautiful goal, but probably should have had another one.
Going off of that, you mentioned, it was mentioned that, multiple chances just didn't go in, or it was a block, or whatever, what have you. When the result is what it is tonight, is it frustrating when those chances just don't go in, or is that just the way the game goes?
It's a part of the game. Again, defensively outstanding. As mentioned, last 4 games, only conceded 2 and nothing on the run of play. That's a lot of minutes to not concede in the run of play. And again, I think we had, after we scored the first one, we still had a couple big opportunities. Soccer.
Sacramento last week, Charleston tonight, 2 very, very good teams back to back. But with that being said, despite the results in each of those matches, 2 very good performances from your club. So what has changed in these last few weeks, other than obviously getting bodies back and things like that?
We're still missing a lot of bodies. Last week was 7 or 8. This week, 5 or 6. Next week, international duty. So a lot of challenges this year. That's been our reality this year. On average, anywhere between 7 and 8 injuries per game on average. That's incredibly difficult, incredibly challenging. We're competing, we're fighting. Last week we felt we also earned something. We felt we earned a point. Unfortunate to lose on a PK. And again today, felt like 3 points were deserved. But we take the point and keep building.
You've talked about the improvements over the last couple of weeks, and there have been, particularly on the defensive side, but do you think there's any risk that maybe the players see this and they start to get a little maybe too positive about that and forget that there still needs to be a lot more built on top of that?
Listen, we're based on the hardship we've endured these 4 games from a defensive standpoint. We're demonstrating that we're one of the better teams in the league from a defensive standpoint if you take over the last 4 games and how well we've collectively defended, how committed, how hungry the guys are without the ball. And this game in particular improved on the offensive side, and we'll keep building from there.
I previously asked you if this is one of your more frustrating seasons as a coach in your career, and you had said yes because of all the adversity.
Most definitely.
I had saw you after the game ended. It looked like, and I'm not saying, but it looked like you were emotionally towards the officiating crew, all that. So when you combined adversity, questionable officiating, if you want to call it that, combined with everything else that's happened this season, but given everything, your team is still 5, as of right now, at least 5 points out of a playoff spot. What does that say about your team?
It's a team of fighters, right? A team will fight regardless of the hardship and adversity we're going through. And if we're able to get ourselves into playoffs, what a story, huh? Because I don't see any USL team that have gone through this level of hardship over the last few years. So if we're able to achieve that and put ourselves into playoffs, which we are capable of doing. And again, as mentioned, the injuries don't seem like they're stopping, and we've got international call-ups next week as well. So this average 7 to 8 players out per game probably is going to be pretty consistent. Unfortunately, it's not something we want to see, but we're going to fight to the very end. And if we can get into playoffs, to me, that would be a successful season.
Luke had mentioned that your club has given up 2 goals on set pieces in the last 4 matches. I asked him, so I'll ask you, do you feel that this club is peaking at the right time?
There's still lots left to play and lots to play for. Tonight was a combination of pressing and then different signals. We'd get into that 5-4-1 and really solid defensively. So that was we've evolved from the last 3 games to add in a little bit more pressure, as you guys saw tonight, and hopefully something we continue to build on so that we're able to create opportunities a little bit higher off the field, off our press, as we've done earlier on in the season. So we'll just continue to learn, grow, and build from this performance.
Lastly, you're going to hit the road for a few weeks.
Thanks for the money.
Sorry, coming up. With that being said, I mean, obviously, I'm sure on the field you would like to see, obviously, 3 points every single week. But what are you hoping to see from your club on this road trip?
Again, we just keep building from what we did tonight. Collectively in that locker room, we felt we deserved the 3 points. Obviously, it's a point, we take it. It's against one of the best teams in the league at full strength. So we keep building, and Monterey will be a fun game to play against.
What is the team going to focus on in order to try to make the playoff cut over the next month?
Again, as I mentioned, the last 4 games, our defensive organization has been fantastic. So you need to maintain that consistency off the ball. Again, as I mentioned today, we added in some triggers when to press, and then when we drop back in this mid/low block. So that was we evolved again from the last 3 games, and then we did create more opportunities tonight than we did in the 3 previous weeks. So we have to continue to get better in that area as well.
I feel like we have to ask about maybe let's call it the goalkeeping kerfuffle, where Pablo is down for a few minutes, then gets checked out for a few minutes, plays on for about 10-15 minutes, and then gets subbed off reluctantly, it looked like. What are we maybe missing? Presumably it was also, I guess, a concussion is the reason you guys were using based on the number of sub windows. What happened from your view? What can you tell us that we weren't able to see?
All I can say is players' health is priority for us. And he needed to come off.
And so that didn't happen immediately. It was something that you guys
Again,
did
the
later on.
players' health is priority. And yeah, we made the sub as soon as we knew.
Jorge and Juan connected again tonight, kind of switching roles from how they usually perform, but talk about kind of what those two have meant to the team this season.
Say that again, sorry.
Jorge and Juan kind of connected for the first
Yeah.
time in different roles tonight, but just talk about kind of what those two have meant to the team.
Obviously, great connection. Juan was out with a calf injury, so we had to be cautious with the minutes that he played. He plays a big part in this lineup, but cautious with his minutes, halftime sub, put in a good shift. And those two, they have a great connection as we see. I'm unsure of the total goals and assists between the two, but I'm sure it's a good number.